Welcome to another episode of Templars Talks number 17 this time, and we're back talking about a festival.
Yes, the last summer festival.
I think it is the last summer festival.
Because I think the club season already started in some places.
Yeah, we're easing into the club season, which I maybe like a little bit more than the festivals. For some reason. I enjoy being at festivals always, but the club season is just more dynamic or something. I don't know.
If you go for a certain band, I think club is more intimate, more atmospheric, more.
Yeah.
You get sucked in a little bit more, maybe.
Yeah, and you can be watching a band more dedicated than when you are at a festival. So maybe therefore I like the club season a little bit more. But yeah, the last one for you, I was on holiday, so I kind of did not see much music other than some J-pop kind of stuff and some music that I hear when shopping, which is surprisingly close to power metal everywhere.
It is?
Yeah, power metal seemed to be a big thing in Japan.
Funny.
Yeah, Dragon Force influence maybe.
Ah.
I don't know, but yeah, like you could really walk in a store and listen to the random music they're playing, and you think like this is awfully close to power metal.
Funny.
So, yeah. So.
Well, I never been there, so.
Someday.
Maybe not my thing, I think.
Possible.
So yes, I went to the last festival, outdoor festival, Big Tents. It was Baroeg Open Air in Rotterdam. It's kind of a funny festival, I think. Yeah. It's not a metal festival. It's not a rock festival.
It's just a festival for the more extreme genres, I guess, because you also have the industrial there and the EDM and yeah. I think it's now 11 years or so since the first edition. I went to the first edition of Baroeg Open Air, which was like in front of the building. Baroeg.
Yeah. I've been there once or twice as well, but can't remember when.
Yeah, and now they kind of moved it already for many years towards a bigger area in Rotterdam.
Yes, and they seem to grow every year.
Yeah, I drove by the festival area just before this recording, and they're still like taking things apart now. So yeah, I noticed how large it has become. Sawing the signs everywhere. Artists go there.
Yeah, I think this year there was a max capacity of 12,500 people. But the thing is about the festival, it's well laid out. It's not really tiny, so you don't feel like there's so many people. There's like 2 big main tents and then 2 or 3 smaller stages, really small stages. And then there is a big field in between the tents with there's tables and benches, and you can sit down, you can sit in the grass if you bring a carpet or a blanket, and you can sit down, and
it's a bit of a family festival, isn't it?
As well, because there are so many children, and I think even up to 12 years it's free entrance, which is really nice.
Yeah, I like that. That way you can create a new audience for the future if you can bring them along already. To this kind of events.
And I think it's really funny because you have the metalhead that goes to see one band and it's like going wild, and then halfway, because a lot of the bands are playing at the same time, which is, in my opinion, a little bit a shame, but halfway they go to the other tent when there's like an electronic band or a DJ, and it's called the Electric Stage Show. You can think of something. And then they go nuts there, and then they switch back again, and it's really funny. So I don't think I'm gonna mention each and every band today, but I think I start with Kutalax.
Oh gosh.
Because that's just
entertainment.
a funny band. I had never heard of them or seen them, and it's kind of funny because I think it sounds like pigs.
Yeah.
Knorring, or how do you call it in English? Knorren. Squealing in the, no, that's a C, whatever. But it's a lot of fun, and they themed around poop, I think. And there's a Dixie going into it's sort of.
Yeah, you always see people walking around with toilet brushes.
Yes, up in the air.
Throwing toilet paper, but also a lot of random inflatable objects.
Yes, they were all present.
But were you aware that was going to happen or not?
No.
So that was a surprise.
Well, it was not a big surprise because there was a lot of toilet paper on stage already, and then they were, it became quite clear. But it was funny to see. It was entertaining. It's not my thing, I think, for a whole gig. But that was fun. I will stick a little bit with the more metal related bands for this, and then I switched to the more other bands. There was Yaya the Cat.
Gosh, they're still around after so many years.
They're still around. I think they have a little bit of new blood in the band, but still most of the band is, I think, still the same. They still sound the same. I think it's the ultimate Dutch band for a summer festival. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. They're so chill and also good to see with kids, I guess.
Yes, they're a little bit, how do you say that? Just audience, good vibe.
Yeah.
A little bit of reggae.
It's the reggae influence there, I guess.
So that's, it's just something you can really, really enjoy. Then there was El Nino.
Yeah, gosh, I haven't seen them for ages. I'm really curious.
Well, they disappointed.
Oh no.
Yeah. And to me, the vocalist wasn't up to par. I don't know if he sounds like this all the time. It wasn't bad, but I had this El Nino in my memory from so many years ago, and they played a lot of covers and not their own material.
Oh, that's
like
stupid.
Zombie and a couple of others, and I think it's such a shame because they have a really
they have their own material. Yeah, so
maybe to get the festival vibe more going, the people that not into their music, to get them going, I don't know, but they were really enthusiastic and entertaining on the stage, that's for sure. And they let the whole crowd kneel down and jump up. That was kind of fun. So I think for the entertainment level, yes, they were great.
But for music purists, it's a bit, too bad maybe.
Yeah.
I was considering even going to see them in Germany because they're touring with Ectomorph. So I was like, maybe I can just go there and see a show this week, but maybe then I'll have to think about it.
We are not always on the same page. So
true.
You enjoy things when I don't enjoy them, and the other way around. So
true, but still, if it was like musically not okay, that's something we can agree on usually.
Yeah, but maybe when they're on their own tour, they play more and less covers.
We'll see. I'll check the set list of them.
The day before. And then we had a Dutch female vocalist, Charlotte Wessels. We're not a big fan of that. But I think she, for the people that like these kind of genre bands, it's a nice mix in the set list, in the
Yeah, is it kind of
list.
like what she did with Delane, or is it a different kind of
music?
No,
it's her own thing, so it's different. She also, so it's not my thing. I'm not a fan of her work. There are a couple of songs which I actually do like. She has a Dutch song where she sings in Dutch, and I think that's one of her. I don't know a lot of her songs, so if our fans are listening, I'm sorry, but I don't know a lot of her songs. But this Dutch one, I think she rocks that one. It's in Dutch, and I think singing in Dutch is quite hard when it comes to metal, I think. But she rocks that one, and there is another song which I really like she did as well, but I think it sounds way better on CD or YouTube. So yeah, that was that.
She does have a new album out, I think.
Yeah, I think it's coming out really soon.
Yeah. Because I haven't. We might gonna have a review about it, but I'm not sure if I can find a reviewer that takes it up. So we'll see. Otherwise, I might listen to it myself, but we'll see.
Well, I'm quite curious, because she is a Dutch thing, and we don't have a large Dutch.
Yeah, most
scene.
metal bands that sing in Dutch are black metal bands that I know. So not so much other kind of genres, I guess.
And we had Plan 9. I think it's a project from...
Heard of them.
Arjen, the one from Arjen.
Oh, Arjen Lucassen.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, yeah.
But he's not in.
He has so many projects. It's hard to keep
when
up.
When you look them up online, he is playing the guitar, but he was not there.
Yeah, he doesn't like to perform so much live.
And I think on those pictures there was also I think the bass player that plays in Epica was there, but he was also not there, so it was different than on what you look up online. They played 70s rock. It didn't convince me. I do kind of like these 70s vibe rock. I do really like that, but it didn't move me. It didn't catch me. Maybe I was hungry or something. I don't know. Yeah, because a lot of people seem to enjoy it. I had a group of friends who were there, and they all liked it. So, yeah, maybe not my day. I don't know. And then we had Primordial.
Yeah.
Irish band. I still love them. Yeah. They have their own sort of...
I like
they created their own genre, maybe. I don't know. It's a little different. I think they have their own unique style.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's
do. Quite atmospheric. It's quite...
I must admit that I don't really listen to it so much off live. Mm-hmm. Like, I like to see their shows, but I'm not really looking up their music or listening it too much at home.
Same.
To be honest. But actually, I don't even know why. Why am I not doing that? I don't know. But I mean, they're always nice to see live. They have always something going on, so cool.
Yes, I think they have a strong... even though they're not like one of those entertaining bands on stage, they still have a strong level of entertaining. I don't know. Yeah. I think the singer is very charismatic and draws you in, even though he's not pulling a show or something.
Yeah, he does it very natural.
Yeah. So yeah, that was an amazing show. Then we saw Ectomorph. Yeah. They started a little late. It was kind of funny because the drummer was already sitting there and waiting, like, where is the rest? Where are you guys? And he was like, I have no clue why they're not here. But they started full of energy. I think they played a nice set.
Yeah, that's what I like about them, because if you see them live, especially the vocals are very much. You can feel the anger in it,
definitely.
The passion in it. And it's funny because I did this interview with them. Was it November, December or so for the series on Christmas? And but I remember that he had that same passion when he was talking about the song. So
that's nice.
It's like really good to see that he brings that out live also. yeah, too bad I wasn't around because I would have loved to see that show.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was saying I might go see the tour with El Nino
Yeah.
and Ectomorph. But yeah, cool.
And we had No Turning Back, a Dutch
Cool.
punk
Yeah.
or punkcore, I don't know how you...
They were performing in the very first edition of the Baroeg Open Air.
Yes.
I remember that. I was there. I've seen them around so many times.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's cool that they're still going, and they were like playing quite late this time.
Yeah, I think they were closing off the smallest stage.
Cool.
I think they deserved a bigger stage.
Yeah.
It was like full in front of their little stage. Everyone was going wild. I think they hyped up the audience
they're
so
like
well. They
local,
played.
I think everybody in this area from Rotterdam kind of knows this band or seen them around.
Yes, definitely.
So I can imagine that they have lots of friends and fans in this area that came to see them. But
they actually seemed quite surprised that there were so many people. Like, oh my god, guys, it's so fun to see, after so many years, to see everyone still here and cheering and wow.
Yeah, gosh, but yeah, I mean, I remember that they were playing that first edition, and I think they were already doing a really great job there. I think there were 5 bands that day on the first edition, if I remember correctly. And they were there like halfway, if I can recall. And I think they were already there. Really a band that you could see that they do great on festivals. And I mean, I've seen them around a couple times in other festivals, and they're always like up to par. So I think it's great for them that they were getting this spot here, and also like closing it off. That's amazing. Yeah, I know that. I think I've seen them touring around also in Europe a bit, but I cannot remember with who and when it was. But yeah, that this is one of those bands that could have grown bigger even than they are now, I think. So who knows where they end up?
Yeah, I think
maybe they
deserved a little bit more, I think.
Yeah, maybe they need a different promotion agency.
Or they just like it.
Yeah, that's
the way they're doing, the way they're small tours. I don't know. Sometimes you don't have to be the biggest out there,
True. That could also totally be, but I think it would be good. I could easily see them doing bigger things.
For sure. And we had Doel or Dol. If you pronounce it in a Dutch Rotterdam way, as the promoter said as well, Dol. I don't know. Yes, I like this band. It's they're, I don't know how I need to describe them. I think they have their own style. Their structure of the song is a little bit different. And they have the most funniest person, I think, singing.
Raven.
Yeah. Just the way in between the songs, just saying, "Oh wait, guys, wait, my mom is here. Mom, where are you?" And then everybody in the whole tent is silent, and then the mom is waving somewhere, and then, "Oh, everyone just wave at my mom." And then just the way that goes, it's
she got like a celebrity because of I said she became like a celebrity because of the way that is done,
Exactly, yeah. But it's also fun, and the band is I think they're growing.
They play international. So
yeah, I think it's going really
well for them.
Really well, and it's fun. They're coming back to Rotterdam. I think.
Yeah, that's
they
nice.
have their roots in Rotterdam. I think.
Yeah, they do.
So it's fun. So yeah, I think that they closed off the stage. I think they deserve that as well. Instead of Primordial, not. because one is better than the other, but I think just because she has Dutch roots, it's just fun.
Yeah. I remember that in Raven's previous band, Ella Bandita.
Yeah.
Can you remember that?
Yeah.
I remember seeing that many years ago in the club Nighttown in Rotterdam. They were support for Vive la Fête, and I was standing there looking at them, and I was thinking, wait, that is one very hairy person in front of me. Yeah, the armpits, the legs and everything. And I remember being angry because as a female you always get judged for it so much if you have a hair.
Yeah, but that is the
showing
fun,
out.
I think.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, at that point I was like super annoyed by her. Like,
doesn't give a fuck.
Like back then, still her identifying as her. And I was like, what the fuck? Why are you getting to do it? And why is everybody so mean if somebody else shows a hair? Like, what the fuck is this for kind of stupid? I hated them at that point. Yeah, but then, I mean, how old was I? Maybe 18 or something, like very young. So at that point you're just looking at things differently. And like later on you get to enjoy the music a little more and you think, oh, well, that's actually some attitude, you know?
Yes.
That's the attitude, how I like it. So through the years that all changed, obviously. But yeah, I remember that very much, that at that point I was like, what? Who do you think you are? You can do this? Like, what is this? But yeah, fuck it, I like that now.
Yeah. So then I saw some other bands. There was DJ Somniac 1. I think they played halfway during the day. She did a great set. I think she warmed up the audience quite well for Combi Christ. I think that went, the audience went insane. It was really good. It was hard. It was loud. It was flashy lights. I don't know. Something close to a rave. Was really good.
Yeah, I think isn't that the one that always plays in the Baroeg also? I think before and after shows. I see the name for quite often, if I remember.
Combi Christ?
No, I mean the DJ.
Oh, Somniac 1.
Yeah. Anyway.
But I was
good name.
Already switched to the next.
You
were still thinking.
I'm a bit slow. Yeah, Combi Christ. Well, yeah, that's a entertainment.
Yeah, for sure. I think it was nice on the festival, and then there was Goa, the Eurovision Song Contest band. I think they came in 5th or 6th or something, but they had a really catchy song. She also has some attitude on the stage, which is a nice act. They have this flute, which is kind of funny. She sings in her own language. I think they're Ukrainian. Yeah.
Cool. I can't remember. Yeah, I did see something about them.
So we're always infusing a little bit of Eurofusion, Eurosonic in here. Eurovisions in our podcasts somehow.
Hey, it has been a while now, but we can't deny. And before you know it, the talk about it is back. The news is already over it, so before you know it, we get to talk about next year's edition.
Yes.
Although whether we are still going to be part of that is yet to be decided.
Who knows?
Who knows?
But that was the festival, the last summer festival. It was quite okay weather. There was no rain, so that was good.
Yeah.
Quite late in the season, of course, in the Netherlands. You don't know what to expect. But we're all ready for indoor season.
Yeah.
So many cool things, I think.
Indeed.
Coming our way.
I haven't really planned anything yet, but I have a couple of wishes. I'm looking forward to Septic Flesh. That's for sure.
Oh, yes.
But that's like in October.
Nice.
I really want to go see that. Yeah. And for the rest, I often like to get surprised by like last minute decisions.
Yeah, those are sometimes really, really fun.
Yeah, so yeah, let's see what it brings.
Yes.
Gosh, then we have
News.
to talk a little bit about the news. Oh my god, the news is going crazy this week. We cannot just deny all that and not talk about it, so what do we start with first? I mean, I can talk a bit about Dave Grohl and his bastard child coming out there.
Number how many?
I don't know.
Because I read something about it is not the first time, so...
Yeah, but on other side, I don't really want to talk about it because it doesn't have anything to do with the music or any live performance. Like, it shouldn't bother the fans. It was only I think he published it on his socials, like a very statement about that, and it looked a bit like he got bribed to bring it out, or like
I don't know.
It looked to me the way it was written that he had to bring it out himself, or otherwise somebody else would do it. So they probably tried to bribe him, like, give me money, otherwise I will publish this or whatever. I don't know if that was behind it, but that's just how it felt like when I was reading it. So yeah,
who knows?
But yeah, that, and then I think this was it today or yesterday that I saw the message about Jane's addiction.
The fighting.
They were fighting on stage and during a performance, and then they kind of left the stage. I was like, wow, that's intense. Like, all your fans are watching you, and you're
well, I have to. Sorry, but I see this in front of me, and I have to think of another band that a couple of weeks ago, Oasis. I mean,
yeah, that was also one thing.
If we're talking about fighting in a band,
publicly.
But yeah, Jane's Addiction. Sorry, guys, too.
They were like, I mean, I still they have cancelled the gig the day after. That's what I saw, and then there was a statement about that they were sorry. Sorry, I'm resolving things or something, that they were talking about it. I don't know. But then what was the wife of one of the two that were fighting published something that the guy got angry because the sound on the stage was always so loud that he had like hearing troubles, hearing issues after the show, and that he couldn't hear his own singing anymore, and that couldn't be resolved, something like that, and that was what caused it. I don't know why a wife would interfere with all this business, but apparently she did. I don't know if we ever get to hear the story, why this happened, and I'm just more curious, are they going to be able to resolve it and move on? Like, are they going to speak it out and be able to continue, or is somebody deciding maybe it's time to leave the band, or
they just got back together?
I don't know. So yeah, but
or maybe not just back together, but with
on tour,
with the guitarist.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't follow them too much. But
Dave, what's his name? Sorry.
I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's like airing your dirty laundry on a very public way. I mean, if you wanna like voice your anger about what happens during that show, might be better to wait till the show is over. So that's my advice for everyone else who's angry at his bandmates. Maybe do not do this all publicly.
But you don't know what went on. Maybe he said it like 1,000 times and just, it was the last drop and they didn't listen again and again. I don't know. I wasn't there.
I don't know either, but it's just fighting in public is not very professional way to do with things. Gosh, that. What else did we have to speak about? Well, Linkin Park. They
much said about the last days.
I was on holiday and I only caught up a little bit later after everything, and I was like, wait, what just happened? They came back with a singer, performed apparently, people loved it.
Dig up.
And then
shit.
It turned out that the woman is sort of semi-cancelled because of Scientology things.
Yeah, I read a little bit about it. I think that for me the first part was they played this gig presenting her. I think they works on this album for 3 years or something.
Yeah.
To find a right person. I think when you listen to her, I think without everything that's being said, just the show, I think I would be fucking nervous if you have to fill in the shoes.
Indeed.
There was a lot of talk about she's replacing. No, I mean...
she can't do that.
She can't do that, and I don't think they will ever try to do that. But they do need to find someone that's a little bit like the singer to be able to sing because otherwise the fans will complain that it's too different.
Yeah.
And when it's too different, it's like
it's really hard.
It's not like the band, and so there will be complaints always. Then there was the complaint that they should have called it a different band, come up and not call it Linkin Park, but start their own band with a new name.
Yeah, maybe that would have been a thing.
Because it was Chester's band, but I think he was not the one who... I think he came in later.
Actually,
and not
if I recall how they handled things after he died, that they were talking about how they will always be keeping the royalties to the wife of him or family, whatever. So that sounds like they were quite a group together that all has the same or similar privileges and rights to their bands.
And I think
not
he
so
joined
much
in later, actually. So,
so it's not like he was only
it was
a rented
only him.
singer. Yeah, it's not like he rented the band or the band rented the singer or something. No,
I think they were
were quite a group, equal to each other.
And I think that's why they also took the time to find someone. And I think when you listen to her, I think how she sang, she has this little rawness in her voice, which I think it's needed to bring over Linkin Park songs. Yes, she had a little bit of trouble at some points, but I mean, imagine standing there with a band with the whole Linkin Park fan base judging you no matter what you do.
Yeah, and also
give her a second chance, I would say.
Yeah.
But then the news started coming in that she supported a rapist, and that's kind of, I can understand if I was a fan. You know, Chester was, I think he had a past where he was abused or something, so I can understand that there's like a conflict. But I have not read into this, but I think in depth what I read something is that her parents were Scientologists. So I think she maybe grew up without a choice. And I think it's hard to get out of something like that. And I never saw anywhere where she said, I am a Scientologist. So who knows? But I think it's so easy to right away cancel a person about things from the past.
And I'm like, is this something?
And it's not about the music anymore, you know?
True.
It's about the person.
But it's like always, it feels a bit similar to what I always feel like when people speak about these black metal bands, of which they're one guy in the band, his neighbor, nephew's mother
crucified some
has
animal.
been some sort of Nazi comment that could have been. So that band is cancelled. And because the band you played with has played with that band, your band is cancelled too, because then you must be a Nazi too. You know? That's a bit how it feels. It's so. And am I supposed to know that all as a listener? Am I supposed to? How deep are you having to go? You know.
And also, I don't always when I like a band, I'm not gonna dig up every lyric to read through the lyrics if there is a hidden message that I need to be aware of. Yeah. Sorry, but I don't.
I don't even listen to all the lyrics when I listen to black metal.
You listen to the music as a whole.
Indeed.
But anyway, But that was the news. Was there other music news?
Oh well.
Probably.
Not maybe. There was, but then I probably have missed it because I kind of zoned out on the other side of the world, seeing different kind of music.
Well, we're entering the time of new releases after the summer season.
Yes.
So there's a lot of bands bringing out CDs. So we will get into that. We will maybe next time review some CDs again together.
Yeah, definitely. We have to look into that, which we want to.
So if you have a good idea about the band,
let us know.
And a CD,
let us know what you want us to talk about, because I think there's lots of interesting stuff coming out.
Yes.
So yeah. We already talked about Charlotte that has a new album coming out. I think. Yes. So many bands
that I don't know right now. Yeah, mention one, but there's a lot of bands coming up with stuff.
Yeah, and then I think last time we spoke a little bit about Pagan Fest coming back already.
Yes.
So probably the bands being on there will have something coming out later this year also.
Possibly, maybe Ensiferum, I think, as well.
Yeah, I think Alestorm probably.
Ugh.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna talk about that. But unless you guys really want us, you can try to convince us.
Yeah.
If a lot of you people post a comment on our YouTube,
we will.
That we have to review it. We might actually do it. Just be aware that we still give our honest opinion. So that the fact that we have to review it doesn't guarantee that we will actually like it. Yeah. That must be said. I think I have an album from Garea coming out, the black metal band that I'm interested in.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else do we have? Yeah. Baroeg is coming with a new album. Can you imagine that? These guys. Leprous is... I think, was that out already this month maybe?
I'm not sure. I think I saw them, they're touring, or they're still ending their summer festival.
They always seem to be touring for some reason.
I think they played a Baroeg festival in America. Possible.
But I'm not sure when they will release it, but I think the last I listened was some sort of piano album by Einar, the singer.
Mm-hmm.
It was such a drag, such a long album to listen to. All these songs but then slow and long and gosh. That was too much for me. Too much. Yeah, Brent Björk is coming with something. Yo. March Funebre. Oh, that Belgian guys playing duo. I remember that I was seeing them somewhere in Tilburg, and the next day they were in Amsterdam. And I was in Amsterdam for another show and dropped by the cave where they were playing later as an after party. And I talked a little bit with them, and then they left, and they forgot to bring their whole case of albums. And the owner of that cafe, bar, whatever, started to just hand them out to people in the bar. So I felt kind of sad and took a couple, and the next day we were playing in Rotterdam, and I brought them back. Because I felt sorry that they were all just given away for free,
Yeah.
I was like, I actually told the guy I can bring them all to them, because, I mean...
I will see them.
Yeah. I will be around the next day, but it was like... Yeah. So... Always check if you have all your stuff with you if you're leaving that place in Amsterdam, because they will just hand it out to people for free. Yeah.
But many more bands will release something.
Oh yeah, they were going to be also on my lists to see somewhere soonish. Yeah. So much. I'm kind of looking forward to like the November days when all the darkest music comes out.
Yeah, Halloween. We get into the Halloween vibes.
Yeah, that has never really been a thing for me so much, but
well, it's the darker vibe.
Yeah, but Halloween as a fest, no, not so much.
We're Dutch.
Yeah,
it's not that
true. It's just that I'm always like, in this place where I live now, they celebrate both the Halloween a little bit and St. Martin. And I like to participate with St. Martin sometimes because the kids come around the door and you have to give them some candy after they sing a little song for you. But I live really near a play garden, so that's where they start, and like they all come by your door. And you need to hang out a sign. Well, the last time I participated...
One candy only?
Well, the last time I participated was like 2 years ago, I think. And I kind of bought enough candy for something like 120 kids. I ran out of candy. Like...
Really fast.
That was not like... I think after that there was like half an hour left that they were still going by. But like, can you imagine that for 120 kids? That's a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know where they all came from. I think...
Well, maybe you should do Halloween and then you can put on some scary... music and some death metal and
when I just moved there, I had this really kind of round bush in my front yard which was gonna go, and I had an old sheet, so I threw that old sheet over that thing and I put some spray paint face on it like a ghost, and I remember I get like so many comments about random passers-by that they were like, "Oh, this is so cool. Did you do that for Halloween?" Yeah. But I think St. Martin is bigger than the Halloween. And last year I just decided that I didn't want to participate and left the town because at some point you're like, how much candy do you need to buy for that? Like... And you keep hearing the same song, and not all these kids are really that good in singing.
Nope.
So, I mean, it would be cool if you get some more metal song for it, but
I don't think so.
No, and also what I do like about this time of the year is also that the smaller local festivals in my town are getting by, and there's the Popronde, where you get to see a lot of cool bands. This year I saw a couple metal bands participate, so I hope they make it to my town. Some of them I've seen before, and some of them we are very good communication about on our Instagram, so I really hope to see them coming by.
I thought it was more in March, but...
No, it depends which town you are. But I think for us it's always in October or November when they are. And then they also have the Dag van de Achterhoekse Popmuziek, which is always kind of a thing that...
Yeah, guys, really pronounce that one if you're not from the Netherlands.
True. But it's literally that you see music from that area, and it doesn't matter too much about the genre. Most of them are pretty pop based, but there's also always some kind of rock or metal in it, and I like to support that, to see those up and coming bands and show them like, look, there's also an international platform out there that's from your area, you know. So stay in touch and show us your albums, because we like that, to give these bands also some exposure through our channels. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking forward to. Gosh, we haven't done one for a very long time. What's your ikigai? What makes us happy this week?
My computer full of photos that I still have to edit.
Yeah.
Because I know there's some good ones in there. Yeah. And if people comment on it and then give a like, I even like it more. But yeah. But music, that's of course photography wise. But music wise, what makes me happy the last? Well, I went to a festival, the last one. Saw a lot of cool bands.
Yeah.
Had a good time. So yeah, that made me happy, and I'm happy club season is starting.
Yeah.
So
lots of good things.
Just a happy camper, I think.
Yay. For me, well, I bought some new equipment to take really cool pictures with. So that's
jealous much here.
Yeah, I spend a lot of money. My savings are very low at the moment because I spend so much. But on the other side, that makes that we have some really cool pictures in a club season. So looking forward to start using that. Makes me really happy that I still have some day off, after this, so I can catch up doing some Templur stuff, seeing what else is going to be out there. Yeah, and for the rest, I don't know, life's good.
And what have you been listening to this week?
I've been listening to Darkane in the car, an older album actually.
Well, that's
yeah.
Been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. But also I've been listening to not so much. I've been listening to podcasts from other people. Yeah, I listen to some Chroma. I listen to what else did I listen to? Now I have to think.
Well, I've been listening to The Doors actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Just a little bit different vibe. And I've been editing in silence.
Oh, cool.
Sometimes you need a little bit of silence as well.
True. Yeah.
I think. What else?
I was listening to
the Night Flight Orchestra.
Oh yeah, nice.
They were really nice. I liked them. Oh, and Nestor.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like those two bands. I discovered them recently, so they're fun. They're not like they're just. I would describe them as happy-go rock music.
I was listening to the Gojira song, the one they played at the Olympics, because they released a lyric video on it, and it popped up on my screen, and I was like, let's just watch it and listen to it. Well, nice. These guys gets going with the music. So,
yes.
Yeah. And then hopefully today and tomorrow in the evening I will be going through my emails and see what else I can
dig through.
Yeah, to see what we can review for next time. That's it.
I think this is it for this time. And then yes, we will be back with CDs to review, maybe talk about some bands we will be catching live or catch live.
Maybe bassist?
Bass players?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah,
there were two things in the work, but kind of the end of festival season was going a little bit mad, I think, for all of us.
Yeah.
So I have to see how that goes.
Well, maybe we can ask our listeners if you are a bassist or you know a bassist and you want to spread some of your insights on your bass experience. Write us a message. We might have you as a feature in this podcast. Why not? That would be cool. Let us know if you're playing bass or who is your favorite bassist. That's also something we would like to hear from you. So, that.
Okay, see you next time.
Yeah, next time. Don't forget to subscribe,
like,
leave us a comment. We love that.
Yeah, yes.
Let us know if we really, really, really have to go for Alestorm. Please don't. But let us just write us a message about that on our YouTube. That would be cool. Be nice to us. So say no. And then I would guess we can close it off by saying one last thing. Bye.
Bye-bye.